Welcome to the exciting rebirth of Superstar, featuring choose your membership rate as low as just $3 a month. At Superstar, you get expanded, exclusive video scopes each and every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes, class passes for Synchronicity University, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. Hello, fabulous superstar Leo. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of March 2022. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. Big moves happening in the sky now. We are going to have this month's new moon on the 2nd of the month. Now, this is a very special new moon, I have to say. It is mighty close in the sky with Jupiter and speaking in harmony with Uranus. Now, ultimately, what this new moon is doing is it is setting the stage for the luckiest day of the year. Well, what some astrologers like to call the luckiest day of the year, which takes place just 3 days later when the sun meets Jupiter in the sky with precision. Now, for you, this new moon and this luckiest day, well, it is taking place in a part of the sky for you that, on the one hand, has to do with profound change, profound truth, your understanding of power and your alignment with it. It has to do with your relationship with financial institutions and your understanding of wealth and aligning with wealth on your own terms. You can see here that this part of the sky can serve as a catalyst. It's that truth correlation that helps us to get to the core of a matter and change it from the inside out. But because on a very practical level, it invites us to look at the resources available to us. Well, practically can mean emotionally and spiritually, but it can mean financially as well. And so I do think this new moon will bless a whole lot of Leos out there with new financial opportunities. In particular, if you are looking at things like a grant, loan, bursary, you're looking at attracting insurance payments or benefits you may qualify for. And so here we're looking at funding, right? Perhaps you're looking to attract an investor in an idea that you have, and you feel like that's going to benefit you, help you to grow, perhaps on a level of career in particular, given that Uranus is in a career-oriented part of the sky. Well, that's where the blessings really become maximized. That harmonious Uranian connection does suggest very quick moving events and a sense of being fortunate as well, needing to act quickly, yes, but also being able to launch your life a step forward in a positive direction. And so, yes, that sense that out of nowhere, the commission payment you didn't know you were waiting for, it has a way of showing up, which is a beautiful thing. But of course, there are deeper connotations to this as well. How do you understand power? What do you do to own it within yourself, to align with it? What steps do you take to feel powerful in the world, whether that's with your work or with your career or within your community? What one's definition of power is highly individual and is highly personal. And whatever that might be for you, well, you gain fresh insights into that on the one hand, but you also take very practical and tangible steps towards it. This can be a powerful and meaningful time without a doubt. And a part of it is the way that you come to understand power and yourself as a powerful person in your own right. Now, as I said, this part of the sky having to do with profound change, well, chances are you'll be looking at some truth within yourself or about your circumstances and ready to change things from the inside out. In some cases, this part of the sky speaks to rebirth and nothing less, regeneration and nothing less. And where it is that perhaps you're looking to create meaningful changes, the kind that truly launch your life in new directions in all kinds of ways, well, we've got an abundance of blessings available to you at this time. But remember, Jupiter is still going to be in this part of the sky right to the middle of May. We'll step out briefly, then re-enter just before Halloween and be there right towards the end of the year. So you will have other opportunities to tap into to make the most of these very transformative and wealth-oriented energies. It's just that right about now, well, we've got a very important peak moment thanks to that new moon and thanks to the sun meeting Jupiter with precision that you absolutely can tap into to your advantage. Now, as we navigate later into the month, that is when we are going to have this month's full moon. That full moon takes place in a part of the sky for you that is also financial. It has to do with money that you earn and money that you spend, but it also connects you to self-esteem and self-worth. And so here's the thing, full moons tend to bring things to conclusion or culmination. Neptune is standing across the sky from this full moon, which amplifies its sense of something shifting or changing or perhaps coming to a close, and there's an element of emotion to it. But we've also got Pluto speaking in supreme harmony with this full moon, which is absolutely the energy of a power move, if there ever was one. I absolutely love that Plutonian energy in particular. That is you owning your power to move towards your definition of prosperity as you define it. It's you owning your power to embrace healthy self-love on your own terms as well. Whatever needs to transform deeply, you find a way to do it now to align yourself with greater abundance as you define it. And so for some, this could be very practical, right? Changes happen, perhaps a particular financial agreement or contract is closing off now. You're coming to the end of a particular project. You're hoping that perhaps more projects will be available to you. Well, you'll find a way to navigate this time to your advantage. Absolutely. You'll find a way to take steps to empower yourself to ensure your financial strength going forward from here. But for others, it's going to be some truly profound insights that reach very deep within you, perhaps even bring with them a lot of emotion that help you to release unhealthy concepts of self-love and embrace something much more elevated, much more worthy of you. That could end up being a moment that is a watershed moment, like literally a watershed moment that changes you very deeply for a very long time to come. Now, going back to the financial implications, perhaps one source of income is ending, but it's almost like you're glad to see it go, even with the uncertainty. But again, you empower yourself. And when we look at it from the self-love, self-esteem understanding, it could be at this time that you come to a realization as to how different certain decisions of yours might have been if you had practiced greater self-love with the resolve to make a different choice, which can be a very powerful thing at this time. Now, where it comes to matters of love, is it ever a very important month for you in the context of love? I'll tell you, I know there's been a lot of focus spent on the larger Venus retrograde season. Well, that's going to end on the 2nd of March, and we'll have some important culmination moments as part of that on the 3rd of March. The big news this month for you is that both Venus and Mars will move into your opposite sign on the 6th of March and very quickly connect with each other in the sky and then stay there throughout this month and into next as well. Now, what's so fascinating about the meeting of Venus and Mars is that this is a moment of truth. That's really what it represents. A moment of truth as to where you are in love and why, what's happening in terms of relationships for you. But more than that, it's also a turning point moment. And in some ways, it's just the beginning. Having Mars and Venus here at the very beginning, what astrologers call 0 degrees of your opposite sign. Well, this part of the sky was very lit up for you back in 2020. It was March 31st that Saturn met Mars here at 0 degrees. Out of 360 degrees of all the zodiac, 0 degrees is where they met. And it was way back on the 19th of December 2020 that Jupiter and Saturn met here at 0 degrees. Both of those dates way back in 2020 marked a shift. It marked a beginning of sorts for you and a moment of truth where it came to where you were in love and why, how you felt about it. Those were moments of honesty and moments of change. Well, now here we are. We've got another one. This powerful meeting of Venus and of Mars at the very beginning of your opposite sign is set to put you on a whole other path. Where paths are strong, they will grow stronger, more passionate, more committed. Where they are not, well, you'll be ready to go in a different direction. So for those of you open to meeting someone new, I do think that if ever there was a moment where you would have a turning point, a moment of honesty. Now, this could be as a result of meeting somebody new, an interaction with someone, but ultimately it's about what you come to understand about yourself, about where you are in love, what you're really going for. That's what ends up being the turning point moment. For some Leos out there, yes, you will connect with someone who ends up being important to you as you navigate through this month at the very least. But for other Leos out there, this is going to be a moment where whether or not you connect with someone, some interaction with another person is that moment of truth, is that turning point moment for you that allows you to be open to greater love than you've known before and helps you to really kick off a period of time where there are going to be lots of options available to you in the context of love and lots of options available in terms of people with real long-term potential. For those of you just starting to date somebody, again, I'm seeing moment of truth, turning point moment. There's not a lot of kidding yourself with this energy. It's you looking at this person starkly as they are and being honest with yourself about how you feel about them, whether or not you feel there's something authentically here. Where it is that there is something authentically here, well, it is going to be about a week into this brand new month that you may find a commitment deepens very quickly and grows stronger. Where it is perhaps that you come to realize that this really is not the person for you. And remember, you're evaluating by the time we get here. You're being honest with yourself as to what this person has shown you. This is where you believe them. And that may lead you to decide that you don't want to continue to walk forward with this person and you're ready to go in a different direction. And for those of you in an established bond, what a powerful time this can be as well. In established bonds, again, moment of truth for the overwhelming majority of Leos out there. This is going to be a moment of ownership and honesty. You're able to be honest with your partner, to see them honestly, and ultimately that fortifies the bond, strengthens the two of you together. However, a small percentage of Leos out there in committed relationships, well, your moment of truth is going to be the realization that you may decide to go in a different direction. And if that's the case, this is where you get honest with yourself about it and you gear up to make a change. What I love about this month for you, wow, what an exciting time. I'm going to say the divine meeting of Venus and Mars at 0 degrees in your opposite sign. It truly is a brand new chapter in the context of love and partnerships. Now, this can be part of professional partnerships as well, so do keep that in mind. But the overwhelming majority of Leos out there are going to find this a time that invites you to focus on romantic partnerships, to consider where you are within them and how you feel about it. Now, ultimately, your truth is going to be your own, but it will change your direction and open you to greater love than you've known before. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each and every week for each and every sign for as low as just $3 a month with Choose Your Membership Rate at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com, where you get expanded, exclusive video scopes. Now, higher tiers get you things like all access passes to Synchronicity University events, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. I look forward to meeting you there. Thank you again for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.